I give this movie called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles Forever, a 8 out of 10. This movie gets an 8 out of 10. It's a very good movie, but I have its problems mainly because the Turtles, not the 2003 Turtles, but the 80s Turtles, that these Turtles do a crossover, sort of Spyverse event with these Turtles. The renditions of these versions of the Turtles, I thought, the 80s Turtles, they're written like a parody of themselves from the show. And this is supposed to be the same which is a little confusing because this is supposed to be these are supposed to be the same Turtles in this that was the 80s, or the original Turtles cartoon show. The original cartoon show, I think it's from the 80s or something. Anyway, so that's before my time, and so I'm forgetting the exact year right now. So the original cartoon Turtles show does a crossover event with 2003 Turtles show reboot from 2003 era in this movie, and that's the premise of this movie. That's the whole movie. It does like a Spider-Verse crossover event before Spider-Verse happened and got greenlit. I really like this movie, but I didn't like I wasn't a fan of the 80s, these versions of how they portray the Turtles from the original cartoon, because I only seen like the first season of the show. I only seen like the first season of the show that I remember, at least, of the original show. And I didn't thought I thought the Turtles were written a lot better in that show than in this movie. These particular variants of the Turtles from the 80s cartoon that return here in this movie. They also deliver forgettable. The delivery is forgettable, but I guess that's what happens when you get recast people and you can't get any of the original Turtles that voiced them from the show back. It would seem. I think that's, if I'm remembering that right, they couldn't get the original cast to play the Turtles because of these. I don't know why. Anyway, so yeah. That's my review on Turtles Forever. I was trying to not get... I was getting struck by a bee. The word that sting me, okay? And I give it an 8 out of 10. Although I like the Turtles from 2003, how they're already in this film. They're really in the film very justifiably well. And also the Turtles from the black and white comic, the original OG Turtles, make an appearance in the final third act when their world's being framed, and do a crossover with the 80s Turtle and the 2003 Turtles and the OG Turtles from the comics. All three do a crossover event. And then when that happened, I went nuts because I thought it was awesome. I just wish the 80s cartoon turtles were better written in this film and were handled by a much better talented crew that voiced that voiced them for their replacements, or at least get the original voice actors to do a good job, one or the other. I don't care. The 80s variants of the Turtles, the cartoons in this movie, they blow. They didn't do anything useful for the plot, really, ever, often. And they didn't often, they really didn't often interact and commented or learn from the Turtles of their 2003 counterparts, or did anything that really developed as a character. They just often got whiny and cowardly by the third act, and but by the third act, they dial it back a bit and get less. I don't know. It's hard to really make sense of that character growth the 80s throw in this movie variants. But unlike the 2003 Turtles, which this movie focused more heavily around the 2003 Turtles, thank God, because the variants Turtles, how they're written in this movie is god-awful. Like worse than Seth Rogen's Green Hornet written, awful. The 80s variants of the Turtles in the show, based off the 80s show of the cartoon show that the crossover event with the 2003 Turtles in this movie, and also the OG Turtles in the third act from the comics, the black and white comics that started it all franchise. And I really dig this movie a lot. I thought the OG Turtles were well introduced, and they were the best parts about the movie, I thought, and the funniest parts about the movie, because they're like so unhinged and they narrate to themselves, and it's funny shit. The black and white OG Turtles, we just see how it's like so funny how dark and gritty they are and serious. I thought it was funny, these Turtles. The funniest part about this movie was the OG Turtles. The best part about the movie was the OG Turtles. The most badass part of the movie was OG Turtles. And the most awesome, kick-ass part, memorable characters were the OG Turtles. Make a movie around these OG Turtles. These OG Turtles are fucking awesome. The best part about the whole movie, I thought. I love how one of the OG Turtles, Leonardo, just points out the obvious of the 2003 Turtles and the 80s Turtles are looking for this MacGuffin, and they just point at it and ask, "Is that it?" Because it's been like that for a while. It's been like that all night. It's been like that all second. It's been like that all. It's been there for a while all night. For a while, so I thought it was funny how like Leo now was pointing out the obvious once he saw what they're looking for, it wasn't the shape of and what it's supposed to look like after it's described, and then put two and two together what the MacGuffin is. And the MacGuffin is created by Shredder. The Shredder variant who wants to erase all history of Turtles. Which will also erase him in the process, probably. But he just wants to kill all Turtles and win. He erases into existence in the process of reality itself. He's just insane loco. He's a real fruitcake, the Shredder, and intimidating. And if the main protagonist is 2003's Shredder, run of the Turtles. And he's apparently an alien-looking Crane type of character without the body of Shredder. So the Shredder body that he has in this movie is more basically is basically an exoskeleton to make him more intimidating and taller and normal height like a human. Because the alien he is doesn't have legs. This has tentacles, like Crane. To move on, it's kind of, but it's not a harmless thing. It kills a lot of people. So much killing in this kid's film. This Shredder does. It's like, this is an intimidating Shredder. And this is an awesome Shredder. This Shredder, like, once he gets his exoskeleton back, his Shredder uniform, he looks more like Shredder. He looks much like the Shredder we want to see. And less like Crane. Once he gets the exoskeleton back and running. His exoskeleton back and running suit, you know? It's a robot suit. Guy just has to hop in and it hops in the stomach and lays in the stomach and then armors up and looks more like Shredder because of it. I don't know why they couldn't just go the traditional way, but maybe that's because, I don't know, I'm not the creators. I don't know why they couldn't just keep Shredder a human instead of making him an alien, but okay. I'm not going to act like I know I'm an expert at either 2003's timeline or the 80s timeline. I'm not expert of. I haven't seen that much of either show outside of season 1 for both shows. For the 80s one, 2003 run of the Turtles. I'd only seen the first seasons of both shows a little bit. But, so, I just don't understand why he looks like Krang a bit more. His alien looks like Krang. Knockoff. Shredder's alien design. I just wish it was the original design more so. You know, more so original, you know? Or something less Krang-looking alien design. Like something that looks more like a alien Shredder, or I mean, you could still have the exoskeleton suit. I don't know. Is this kind of a letdown, the fact that his alien design looks like too similar to Krang from the 80s Turtles show? Yeah?
You still want to go shopping?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm getting dressed now.
Okay.
Are you dressed?
Yeah?
You're ready to go?
Yeah?
Okay. I'm gonna get in the shower soon.
Okay.
Okay, love you.
Love you. That was my mommy, Lydia. Okay, so I'm going soon to get new clothes for me. Because I'm getting too slim for my older clothes. And I've lost so much weight. I've gotten slimmer for my clothes, including my pants and shorts, waist. Even the stretchy ones that are adjustable are getting bigger on me because I'm getting smaller around the waist. So, I'm going to have to end the video here so I don't get sidetracked. Okay, I give Turtles Forever 8 out of 10. Goodbye. Subscribe to my channel by hitting the bell and the subscribe button in that order. And hit the like button if you like this content, like this video. Please remember. Goodbye.